Last week we enjoyed our first few days back in the water. We completed a couple of boat jobs and a few shakedown sails. Plus, I had a bit of a disaster with my laptop, so we might just have to change our sailing plans a little for now. Stay tuned. We're Janae and Jason, two ocean-loving Aussies who took a leap 2 years ago, moved across the other side of the world and bought a sailboat with no experience to begin our voyage sailing the world. We've now sailed countless nautical miles through the Med as we continue our journey west to new countries. We create videos of our travels with the support of our patrons. Wow. Just popped my head out the hatch to see where Jason was. And it looks incredible out here. So beautiful. It's like a lake. While we were waiting around for a very exciting package, we decided to go for a sail to one of our favourite islands, Lefkada.
The rod's coming out for the first time of the season.
Let's hope it's not corroded, hey?
This time of year last year, it probably took me 6 months to catch my first fish. So hopefully it doesn't take this long this time. Fingers crossed. But I've learned a few new techniques, so I reckon the chances of me catching something is more likely than unlikely, but unlikely at the same time. You know what I mean? Because it's the Med.
Only 14 knots of wind and we're going 7 knots. That is insane. Like, it just feels like we're cruising along. Not even strong wind and 7 knots.
Comfortable sailing, it's beautiful.
So good. Changed our mind. We're gonna go check out Milos Beach because the water just looks too good over there and the swell is kind of rolling in here anyway, so we're probably gonna cop a bit of rolly swell, but oh, that water over there is stunning. This beach you can only get to by foot, so you have to actually hike through this hill to get over there, which makes it all the more worth it, and you get nice views from the top of the hill down onto the beach. Rolly. We tried to do a midship or a stern line attached to the anchor to pull us, but it didn't really pull us enough to help, so don't know if we need to lay the anchor chain in a different spot to begin with, but yeah, maybe we'll try it again another time. So we're just enjoying ourselves at Milos Beach. It's a bit swelly, but anyway, we checked the package and it said it arrived. I knew that when we left that would happen. Anyway, we're under the impression it was going to go to the courier centre, which is open till 7 p.m. We rang just to double check if they were going to be open because it's Good Friday tomorrow in Greece. So we don't know if maybe they close early on the Thursday or whatever. Anyway, he tried to track it and then we figured out it was at the post office, not the courier. And they close at 2:45. So we lifted up anchor straight away and started to make our way back. It literally says we're going to get there between 2:30 and 2:45, so we're really pushing it. So we're motor sailing, trying to do like 7.5 knots to get there in time. And we're just going to have to like jump in the tender straight away, get across, hopefully get there in time and hopefully have no dramas. If we have to do anything extra that we don't know about to pick up this package, then we could possibly have to wait till Tuesday when they're open again. So fingers crossed all goes to plan and we will have some new flexible solar panels. So yeah, we'll show you guys when we finally get it in our little mitts. We made it with like 10-15 minutes to spare. I bolted and we got in there. We had no paperwork to fill out or anything. We just had to pay €55 to collect it, which is like less than I thought it was going to be. So it turned out to be not a disaster.
A successful day.
Yeah.
It's a 200 watt solar panel, flexible solar panel.
We got two.
We got two of these, yeah, which is awesome. So we're gonna attach it to the bimini when we get to Tunisia. We're gonna get our canvas work done. They're half the weight of the semi-flexible solar panels, and they are super flexible.
Like 360 degrees flexible. Hey, like you can bend them.
Yeah, well,
as
bent
far
right
as
now.
you want.
That,
yeah,
which is crazy. They've got adhesive tape on it, so you can actually stick it directly to your deck. So if you've got a catamaran, you can stick 4 of these in a row at the top deck.
Yeah, if you've got like a deck, like some deck space.
And they're so thin. Look how thin the actual layers of solar are. But the best thing about this design, so it's the CIGS solar panel, CIGS, and the difference between this and a monocrystallized, which is the
original designs kind of thing. Yeah.
Is
original technology.
Say you've got 10% of shading on this, it's going to work 38% better than the monocrystallized. So it's more efficient. It's just a better product at the end of the day. So the monocrystallized, what happens if some of it's shaded over? Then like, so if like 10% of it's shaded over, only 50% of it works or something. Even less, like 50 to 45, 50%. Normally half a panel stops working, whereas this is 10% shaded over, you basically only lose 10%. Yeah. You only lose one of the cells, whatever cells it's shaded over by. Yeah. So say this one's shaded over, you've still got the rest of the cells working. So we've got the adhesive panel here, but we're going to take all the adhesive off and just put some little round, what are they called? Locks, fittings, or zips. Lock fittings or zips for the bimini canvas work, because we're putting it on top of our canvas. And the best thing about having it on top of your canvas is it's half the weight of the semi-flexible one. So we got this one and then changed our mind on having the adhesive for us personally. So we've got the second panel doesn't have the adhesive, and this section is just a little bit wider with a couple of little eyelets in it. So you can just install it with like ropes if you want to. Doesn't have to be a fully permanent setup. So yeah, so it's good because we've been able to kind of test out what both of them are like. And it's been tested, it's been run over by a car before, and it doesn't crush. It doesn't affect it whatsoever. Yeah. It doesn't crush it. So yeah, they're pretty sturdy. So yeah, we'll show you guys in a couple of weeks once we get the panels installed, and then show them working and show the power we get, and yeah, a kind of an honest review on what we think of them. Yeah, we can't wait. Exciting. Good morning. It's Good Friday in Greece today for Greek Orthodox Easter, which is about a week later than everyone else, and they celebrate it like really full on here. So everything's closed, which I guess it is in Australia too, but everyone goes to church on the Friday, and then all the big celebrations start this weekend. But we have decided last minute last night to head up to possibly Albania, so that we can save some of our Schengen days while we're waiting for this laptop to get fixed. So we're just on our way to check out, so hopefully they're open. We're off. We finally checked out of the country. Checked out. We stuck around for a little while because the weather's not ideal today. It's a bit grey and miserable. Just trying to see what was happening, but yeah, we decided to just take the leap and go. We wanted to just get the F out of here. We're over it. We need some clear water so we can use our water maker. We want to get the hell out of this area because we're just sick of it and it's boring. And we've got a huge storm coming.
I don't think we'd be leaving if it was a huge storm.
Massive, like it's going to take out all of Greece.
Yeah, we decided to just go out in it.
But we decided to test ourselves, so we're just going to wing it, really.
No, it'll be fine. We'll be fine.
So we've got 1.1 metre swells right now, and the wind coming from the direction we want to head. So we're heading for Paxos, which is this way.
Anti-Paxos.
Anti-Paxos, which we can see it's not far away, but we've literally got to tack all the way out to tack back in. So
we're going to Italy at this point.
not the best conditions. It's a bit rolly, as you can probably see, and the wind is dying down.
Yeah, but maybe that means that the swell will die down too. So we're now motoring because wind died off. We decided to tack just to see what it would be like sailing in the other direction. And yeah, the wind died off to like 2 or 3 knots. Now we're getting about 8, but because we're beating into the swell a little bit more, we were just gaining like no speed. We were doing 1 or 2 knots, so we decided to motor. We brought the head sail in for a little while, and then hopefully we catch some wind a little bit further north. See how we go, hey?
Maybe. Hopefully.
Let's hope so, yeah. We just had the most beautiful bird just try and land on the boat, and we saw it like try and land on the solar panel, like the side piece of the stainless. Then it flew off, and then it tried to come around and land on the day bed a couple of times, and it was so close to landing. We thought it was going to land and kind of kept flying away, and then I followed it into the distance, and then I just lost sight of it. So I don't know if it plummeted into the water or what happened, but it obviously needed a rest. It needed help, and so now I'm feeling really crappy about it and sad because it was so beautiful as well. I wish that we'd just like we had thought quick enough to put the boat in neutral to help it land, because I think we're going too fast for it, and so every time it tried to land it like freaked out and flooded back off again. But yeah, so sad. It looks like one of those, I don't really know what it was, but it had a really long pointy beak, like one of those like honey eater type, I don't even know, but never seen anything like it. Don't know where it's come from, don't know why it's all the way out here on its own, but I'm sad because I feel like we could have helped it and we didn't.
We made it. We are here in Anti-Paxos.
One of our favourite spots.
Favourite spots in the world. Janae's cooking dinner.
We've still got these on.
Oh well, who cares? Check this out. It's probably like 7 o'clock at night, and it is...
Oh, it's 8 o'clock at night.
8 o'clock at night. And check this out. You can literally see the bottom. I'll turn it round. So there's probably about 5 metres of water, 6 metres of water, and crystal clear. You like my fishing rod, buddy?
Unfortunately, on those super calm nights where there's leftover swell rolling through in an open anchorage, the boat turns side on and you get rocked all night. And I don't mean rocked to sleep, I mean woken up every 5 minutes because your body is being tipped over. It's not ideal. God, I look tired. Good morning. Oh, we're a little bit tired. It's such a beautiful morning, but it's so rolly in here. It's the first time it's been rolly in this anchorage. We could see it when we came in, but it was getting dark. We'd already been sailing or motoring for like 5 hours, so...
We chose to ignore it.
We chose to ignore it. We were like, this is amazing in here. It's beautiful.
It'll calm down. Bullshit.
Yeah, anyway. I think we're going to move on today at Subpoint to Lacquer on Paxos, which we've also been there before, because Corfu is not going to be protected enough for the weekend, so we'll end up getting smashed in Corfu. It's like quite an exposed island. There isn't really any good nooks and crannies you can anchor in, so Lacquer is a perfect little spot because it's like almost 360-degree protection. And we're hoping they'll have some Easter festivities happening there. It looks like they do, but I'm not sure whether it's there or Corfu, if we can actually go out for lunch or if it's just families doing stuff in their houses. So we're now in some nice clear water, so we can finally get our water maker membranes changed, and hopefully that all goes smoothly and we can make some water because we've got none left, but we've done the best we've ever done with water. I think it's been 7, 8, 9, 10 days now, which is the best we've ever done. So, but we have also installed that saltwater pump, galley pump, which has really helped out as well. So,
and we installed that on like maybe the 7th day.
Yeah, we've only had that the last couple of days,
so we're killing it.
We're killing it, but would like to have more showers. Look at that, it's not even 8 AM, the sun isn't even, you know, in top of the sky, and you can see the bottom like a pool. I just, like, this water never gets old, hey? My favourite. So normally, we're anchored over there, but this definitely looked less rolly last night, so that's why we decided to come to this spot.
Today is the day we're changing the water maker membranes. So the membranes are inside here, this is the casing for it, and this is what goes up in our galley.
And a very expensive part of the water maker, isn't it?
It is.
Well, I mean, the whole thing's expensive, but...
Yeah, this is stupidly. I think in Europe they're about 700 euro
per membrane. Yeah.
But we got them in Australia for
$500
each.
Yeah, which is
an
about
absolute bargain.
It's about 3 to 350 euro, so like literally half the price, and that was still $1,000 spent just there to make water, which sounds crazy, but these should last a minimum of, they say around 5 years, but I swear these ones that we've had are like 10 years old, but they probably should have been changed like a year ago.
Yeah, so your job is to hold that on there, wherever that is.
Yeah.
And then I'll loosen it.
Okay. Alright, so we've got up to this part. Got some of the bits off. Plates and the little screws and the pipes out. But we still need to get this off somehow to put the new membranes inside here and get the old ones out. So YouTube it is. All we can say is that is a bloody mission.
And we could have broken it, we're not sure. We'll soon find out. Screwdriver.
Oh, here goes the roll. In small spaces, always on a boat, making life 10 times harder.
It does, doesn't it? We're just about onto the stage of turning it on. We just got to put these high pressure hoses on, and then we'll be to that stage.
Right, we've got the water maker going. We gave it a quick rinse with fresh water because we had barely any left. We tested the ppm, but it's still coming out at like 500 and something ppm. Anyway, we think maybe it just needs like a good run through with the membranes to really wet them first. Now we're just testing how much we're going to get per minute of water, because at the moment it's still saying we're getting like 30 to 40, but we did just read that you lose 2.5 to 5% per degree of water below 25 degrees, which we never knew. So we've been testing the water maker with this TDS meter, the ppm, see how much salt's in it. When we first tested it, it was coming out at like 550. And we tested it again, it came out at like 400 and something, and now it's at 300 and something, which is pretty perfect. So I think they just almost needed like a bit of a run through. They needed breaking in a little bit. So yeah, that's pretty perfect. I'm so excited for a hot shower tonight.
You're not having one?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
We've had a shower in like 3 days.
That's alright, baby wipes are king.
No. Hot shower!